What's up, guys? MMA Game here, bringing you another video. This video, I am using the two fighters that are going to be featured in the main event, and that is Brian T-City Ortega and your boy, the Korean Zombie. They will be fighting this Saturday on the 17th of October. So this video is either going to go up on Friday or the Saturday, and I will be including my predictions for the fight, and I want to see what you guys think is going to happen during the fight as well. So go ahead and leave that down in the comments. And you know, I haven't uploaded a video in a while, mainly because I just haven't really been enjoying the game that much, but we did hop on to get some ranked action right here with these fights. The weight class went to featherweight, so I wanted to try to get as many fights as I could. So this whole video, I'm using both the fighters, Korean Zombie and Ortega, and we even got some matches where it's actually T-City versus Zombie on ranked. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to head kick that like button. One thing they need to do for the game is actually update Brian Ortega's hair, because he chopped all of his hair off. I don't know if it was to make weight or what, but he is bald now, so they need an updated model where he's bald. And so yeah, guys, let me know again who you got in the fight. But yeah, we're using in this fight T-City ranked championships, and we're just doing what we can with the game. I'm not a big grappler in the game, but I did try to use some of the grappling of T-City. I actually find the grappling extremely boring, so that's really why I don't actually like use it. I know there's a lot of good wrestling techniques. I do get a backpack or two in this video, you know, but you know, it's just not enjoyable for me to do grappling in this game. It's just really not. I mean, the ground and pound, you know, you can get to side control and do all that jazz if you feel like it, but yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. But right here we give him the signature cheese right here, the double knee uppercut, but we didn't get the uppercut. Hopefully they patch out that double knee uppercut. That's some straight cheese right there. The main thing with oh, that was beautiful. Side lunge out of the way of that head kick, and we drop him right there. And Uriah Faber's in big trouble. Shout out to this guy for picking Uriah Faber. A very rare pick. Most people are just picking the top of the top tier fighters, 5-star. Oh, but he goes down. He's got to stop. It's lights out for Faber right there. T-City gets the job done, and we are going to be hopping straight into the next fight after we take a quick look at these replays. Check this out, up against the fence. Boom. It's lights out. Uriah, you know, he's past his prime. But anyway, so yeah, basically, right here we got next up, we're using Chang Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. And we are going up against Barbosa, who is at featherweight in this fight. So I haven't really used him at featherweight, I don't think. But Barbosa's pretty nice. I speed up the ground and pound right here because I'm just trying to soften him up with some of the ground and pound shots. But if you guys haven't like realized, the ground and pound to me is I don't know, it's sort of not really like a viable option. You're probably better off to just do the little baby shots on the posture down, which is very strange because like with the ground and pound, if you notice right here, check out my stamina versus his, and my stamina is pretty much lower than his from doing those ground and pound shots. So I probably wouldn't recommend doing that unless you got like a wrestler like DC or something like that. But right here we try to give him that signature clinch cheese right there. We don't exactly get the uppercut, but we get him up against the fence, and we just start to work those knees. They definitely need to fix the clinch to make it way, you know, more risky and not just, it needs to be more of like a 50-50 position if you do enter into it. I think I don't really have an issue with being able to just enter into it, but the fact that whoever like presses the clinch button first gets the automatic advanced position to where they can unload the offense, that's where I don't think it should be. I think if you enter into that position the way they have it now, where you can't deny it, that was a little bit bugged right there. If you guys saw that, he sort of froze out. But let's see if I get a backpack right here. I'm not sure. I think I was trying to go for the knee to the face. But yeah, I think if they go for the clinch, it should just be a 100% 50-50 position like it was in UFC 3. Now, you know, it wouldn't not have the same function as UFC 3, but it should be 50-50, like where both players have a chance to deal damage or do whatever they want to do from the clinch. You know, you can't, but that's just my opinion. Also, people have been talking about adding a deny button. I mean, yeah, that'd be good too. Right here, I rip the body right there, rock him, and drop him down. Can we get the finish with Korean Zombie? I don't think so. He gets back up. He's trying to circle off, trying to pivot off that cage. Boom. He's long gone. Korean Zombie right here. What has he got? He could have caught me right there off that spinning back fist because I was vulnerable. But let me know if you guys got any ideas for the clinch. Obviously, the deny button would be good, but they wouldn't really need a deny button if they just made the vulnerability a lot higher on strikes coming in. You know, make it not as like grippy and just like, you know, easy to get. Like if I throw an uppercut and you're going for a clinch, oh, it's lights out for Edson Barbosa. But what's this? He goes ahead and quits, but we'll take a replay. Since he didn't let us get the replay, we showed our own replay right there. We actually side swayed and got a hook while he was going for an overhand, and we got the knockout. But he did the old time save quit. He wanted to save some time right there. Right here, next fight, we got Brian T-City Ortega back at it again. This time going up against Daniel Hooker. We get the takedown again, trying to soften him up. But take a look at my stamina as I'm going for this ground and pound. How does this make sense? So what is the incentive to do all this ground and pound if you're just going to, you know, zap all your stamina out? Look at that. Like, look at the stamina difference from me just doing ground and pound. It's crazy. But so I won't really be doing any more ground and pound after this video since I figured that out. So I wouldn't really recommend it to you guys either, you know, because even if you do body shots on the ground and pound, it doesn't really do much to them. And wow. Look at the difference going into round 2 of the stamina. So absolutely bonkers right there that he has the advantage. Right here, he rocks us. Daniel Hooker's throwing bombs. He likes that overhand quite a bit. So we're going to start trying to sway into that, maybe encounter it. But yeah, look at that stamina. That's wild. So as far as my predictions for the fight, I actually am going to be picking Korean Zombie to win. Mainly just because I think he's just a better all-around fighter. And, you know, T-City's coming off of a kind of a beatdown. He hasn't fought in a while. I don't really know the last time Zombie fought either, but I just got Zombie. I think he's a more vicious fighter. And he has, I think, more knockout power. He's good on the ground to where he's got good jiu-jitsu and can defend. So I think he can keep it on the feet and just is a better striker, basically. So let me know what you guys think. I don't really know what round or anything like that, but I'll just say round 3 knockout. So hopefully it's a pretty good fight, a good stand-up fight, but you never know. T-City could catch him and choke him out. You never know. He did shave his hair, so I wouldn't say that is good. You know, it probably might come back to bite him, but who knows if that's gonna play a factor at all. Anyway, so yeah, we got this fight right here. I had to take it a little bit slower in this fight because all my stamina just got drained in round 1, so we had to pick our shots more and be patient in these 3-round fights. The 3-round fights on ranked, you know, up until you get a certain division, I think 17, you can get 5-round fights, but it's still accelerated clock regardless. And let me know if you guys like the accelerated clock. See, it wasn't a big factor as much, I think, on UFC 3. Right there, we get the drop. But on this game, I think the accelerated clock, it sort of alters the gameplay right a little bit as we get that backpack, because you just don't have enough time. So it sort of makes players in a little bit of a hurry on the feet to get a lot of damage done. So maybe I think they might change it to just normal clock, so you'd get like 15 minutes. But see, then you're talking about, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about accelerated clock on ranked, if you guys like it or not. I could sort of take it or leave it, but I just think they should just change that thing with the 5-round fights, because they have 3-round title fights, and I mean, I don't know of anyone who actually likes that. So that's a definite change that I think they should do, is do away with the whole, you know, not allowing for 5-round fights. I don't even that makes no sense to me. But I also think they should get rid of the you know, the weight class for an hour cycle thing as well. Obviously I did a video on that already, but it's very annoying. Again, obviously I've never seen anything like it in any other game, and I've played every single game since UFC Undisputed 2009, and not one of the games has ever had a cycle of weight classes where it does not allow you to choose your weight class. No game has ever done that. So I really don't think it was a good idea, and I really hope that they change that, because it will save a lot of time and make people very happy if they would change that just to how it's been in every other game. But who knows if they actually will, but I'll just keep talking about it until hopefully they do. But anyway, boom. We get that nice little lead head kick to straight, and he's out of there. And here we go. We got the matchup again. It is the actual fight right here. Zombie versus Ortega. And in this fight, I am using Korean Zombie going up against Ortega, and we're gonna see what's going on in this fight right here. Throwing a lot of jabs and straights. The jabs and straights are very useful. They are very lethal, very effective, but you can counter them. You have to do, in this game, you have to do a little bit more lateral movement on the stand-up, and I kind of like it, you know, but there's some things that I don't really like the stand-up, but the stand-up's pretty decent. I just don't like how they changed a lot of the buttons for the advanced strikes, and then I really don't like the takedown button and stuff. Like with the hold, you know, how you were holding the buttons. But, you know, you could get used to it. But to me, it's not as consistent. You can still accidentally shoot takedowns and stuff, and that's pretty bad. But let me know what you guys think again as we, boom, drop Ortega right there. And he wants us to go into the ground, but I don't think so, buddy. We're not jumping into Ortega's guard, but boom, we drop him again with the aggression. The Korean Zombie. Will he get a quick knockout on Saturday night in Abu Dhabi? We're gonna have to wait and see. Let me know if you guys know of any other good fights on the card as well in the comments. And we are going to see what's going down on this fight. Trying to keep most of the fight on the feet. And as you can see, I'm being pretty patient. That's one thing with this game. I've experimented with many different styles. You can be very aggressive on this game. But the thing is when they updated the damage with the vulnerability, you have to be very careful. Boom! Yo, look at this right here. Look at the way he fell right there. And it is lights out for Ortega. We head kick him as he was turning right into it. Look at this. Boom! He was blocking, but he swayed into it while blocking, and he just slowly crumbles. And we go ahead and get that championship title right there. And we are on to the next one. This time we are using Ortega, so switching off back and forth from both these fighters. If I had to pick my, after using these guys for this video, I had already used Ortega a little bit. I was a huge fan of Ortega in UFC 3, but that was mainly because of the submissions, and I was actually good at the submissions in UFC 3, but in UFC 4, I am doo-doo at the submissions, so I, don't even bother with the submissions, really. Especially choke submissions, I don't even bother with it. So really, I don't really like Ortega. He still has pretty good stand-up, but between the two, I would have to say my favorite is Korean Zombie, because his stand-up's pretty nice. He's not that tall, so you're might run into some issues with taller fighters with the range. But I like his stand-up better all around. But Ortega is a good pick. He is good. If you enjoy the grappling and stuff like that, he's definitely a good pick. Right here, we're going up against Zabit, who's got a big head right there, as you can see. And that's what this guy keeps getting me with, is that little spinning strike. And that's a strike that is a little bit tricky to counter. But the thing is when you do counter it, you can end the fight. You just have to sidestep, like even do a minor sidestep or like a side lunge at the right time, and you can just get out of range like I did there, but I didn't punish him. But a lot of people will throw that strike, so you just have to wait for it. If you go to lunge it too soon, see right there, that's what I'm talking about. I made him pay right there. Unleashed a combo while he was vulnerable. But if you see him do it and you automatically go for a lunge, it won't be the right timing. You have to wait a split second before you go for that lunge, and then you'll be able to deny it. So you could go into practice mode and have them throw it over and over and get the timing if you want to. Or you can just hop into ranked like a madman and try to practice in ranked. So we are going into starting up on the second round in this fight. This guy is very spammy. He's very spinny. He's trying to spin to win. But Ortega, we're just staying in his face with those jabs and those straights, because that is the name of the game. Jabs and straights. Knock that block down and try to get some knockdowns to get the fight won. Look at that. Staying right in his face, unloading shots with the boxing. But he survives it right here. Boom. Try to go for that knee to the face. He blocks it. He is blinking on the head health. And Ortega, it's Rock City right here. Just lighting him up like a light bulb. Trying to cut off the cage with these hooks, elbows, everything in the kitchen sink. And now we get on top with the ground and pound, but he actually survives. I try to go for a submission right there again, but I'm just not a fan of these new minigames. Honestly, I'm not. I think the old minigame required more skill. It was more, I just thought it was better all around. It was way more based on stamina, you know, like that played a way bigger factor in UFC 3 with the submissions was the stamina, so I think they need to bring that back. Right there is what I'm talking about. I get the sidestep right as he timed it right and landed that straight, and if I would have thrown a different strike, I could have knocked him out. If I would have thrown like a double hook combo or even like a jab hook, I could have knocked him out. Right there, I was just almost out of range. But see, look, now he rocks me. Those body shots are starting to pay off for him. So I gotta be real careful. Those body rocks can be very devastating. Right there, the jab straight, and there it is. Boom. Body hook overhand. And it's lights out. He goes down bad. Almost like a ragdoll knockout right there. And we are on to the next fight of this video. Fighter showcase, Ortega and Korean Zombie. I might have used Ortega a little bit more. And in this fight, we're going up against one of the new fighters from the patch. It's Calvin Kattar, who's got pretty good boxing. And I think this guy was actually pretty good on the stand-up. He started piecing me up a little bit. But here we go, trying to get that clinch cheese going. Boom, look at that. It just glues onto him like that. Do I go to the back? Oh, it's backpack time, baby. Hey, we get the backpack and we drag him down to the ground. Calvin Kattar is in big trouble with Ortega on his back. He squirms back up, but we take him right back down with another backpack, going to mount. He's squirming, he's trying to move, but as you can see in this, see, I'm not doing the ground and pound that much, and I'm just sort of trying to deny him and make him exert some stamina, but I'm not doing too much ground and pound. But as soon as I start doing that ground and pound, that's when my stamina goes down. So right here, we flip him over. He actually flips us over, and we get some shots there from Rubber Guard. And he has no stamina. We could have submitted him, but he gets saved by the bell right there in ranked. We're going into round number 2 versus Calvin Kattar. Let's go. Ortega. Fake that. Look for some little takedown fakes. Boom. Nice little jumping axe kick. No, not that was like a front kick. But trying to shoot. But he blocks it, denies it. And now we're up against the fence, trying to flip us over, maybe go for a backpack of his own, drags us down to the ground. Could it be a mistake for Calvin Kattar? And he gets back up off the ground. He doesn't want to grapple with Ortega. We can't blame him for that. Rock him with that hook right there. And this is where, you know, when you guys back up, backing up in this game is very risky, as it should be. But he turns it around and knocks us down right there. Crazy. Calvin Kattar with the boxing stats. We got to be careful. Oh, sneak in a sneaky straight hook combo. Drop him with the overhand and hop on into his guard. This is right where we want to be with Ortega on top. I go for the arm triangle, but again, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to keep my circle going, but he's squirming that thing around. It's hard to get a hold of him, even with absolutely no stamina. It's insane. The stamina needs to play a way bigger factor, I think. Like, you shouldn't be able to spin as fast or something. I don't know. They need to change it somehow to make it stamina play a factor. Definitely play a factor with the submissions. But right here, we get the deny. We go ahead and go for the Kimura, and he's out of there. He doesn't even try to escape that joint submission. So he quit right there. Time save quit. That was interesting because he thought he could get out of the choke, but as soon as I put in the joint, he dipped out. So that was pretty funny right there. So right here, we are going into the final fight of the video, and that is gonna be I think this is the final fight. There may be one more after this. But yeah, it is again the actual main event right here. Zombie versus Ortega. Who is gonna win in this fight? I got Zombie in this fight, and he's got Ortega. And we are entering into the midway point of round number 1, looking to land some jabs and some straights. Getting some lateral movement going. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's going for that takedown. Oh, he snags the back. He could have went for the backpack right there, but he doesn't want to do it. So we're more than happy to keep it on the feet with the Korean Zombie. Nice combo right there into the side sway hook. Swaying to the left. A very, very effective maneuver. Getting out of the way of that shot. Trying to get fancy with that spinning back fist, but staying patient, not throwing too many strikes right here in round 1, feeling him out. And there it is. He shoots in for the takedown, and he gets it with 2 minutes left. Can we go for a twister right here from side control? I mean, half guard bottom. No, we get back to the feet though right there. I think we swayed one of his ground strikes right there. Boom. Just barely blocked that head kick. Trying to stay out of the way. Trying to pick our shots. A lot of this game in the stand-up is trying to land those shots when they're vulnerable, when they're swaying in. If they move into it, it's just going to multiply the damage like crazy. Same with if they duck into it with the uppercuts or the knees. You can land one of those shots, you can rock your opponent, and from that rock, you can just land a combo that can either end the fight or drop them, and then once they're dropped, you could jump into their guard and then land those couple ground and pound shots, and it's all over. So one good rock, either a body rock or a rock to the head, can lead to a finish relatively quickly, you know, in this game, especially early on when you have full stamina, but even later in the fight as well. So we are in round number 2 right here. It is T-City Ortega going up against Zombie. The main event. Oh, we rock him right there with the straight to lead uppercut. And he goes way back. Backs way up. You see I'm throwing those feints, but he shoots for that single leg. Jumps on over to the back. But we get out of it right there. Chang Sung Jung's got some nice boxing. As we get that sway straight. I probably should have kept the pressure a little bit more. I could have pressured him a little bit more. As he's backing up into the fence. Taking some shots. Probably could have avoided those. Boom. There's that lead overhand. That is a very effective strike. Covers a lot of distance and does a lot of damage. You can sneak that in as they're backing away. You can start combos with that strike, and you can end combos with it as well. Boom. But there is the uppercut. We drop him again, and this is where the game starts to get very difficult for the fighter who's getting dropped, because it's just this sort of exponential damage that starts happening over and over. And I don't actually agree with, I don't think the damage system should work like that. I think it should just be way more dynamic and physics based, and where you never really know when the fight will end. But the way it is now, it sort of just slowly builds, and it's like knockdown, knockdown, and then the frequency of the knockdown just gets closer and closer until it just goes to a knockout. So right here, we're coming to the end of round number 2, and we are gonna see who is gonna win this fight in round number 2. T-City or Zombie? Or will we see a round number 3? We're both hurt. He shoots in for the desperation shot. Oh, and a nice little punch off the break from that clinch right there. 10 seconds left. And this was probably the best fight. Look, we rock him right there at the end of the round. That was probably the best fight of the video, of the whole session. This fight right here. Because, you know, I was rocking him so many times, but he was just surviving, and I wasn't able to finish him. I thought I was going to finish him in round 2, but it just didn't happen. Nice shot right there. Swaying those strikes. His head is blinking. We get another rock. But he's backing up and swaying, staying alive. Throwing big bombs. He's still trying to put us out. Let drop him again. This is what I'm talking about. The damage just slowly builds up. And boom. Look at that. The amount of knockdowns. Crazy. That doesn't even finish him right there. He gets back up. At this point, he is just in complete danger zone. He's got nothing left in the head health. And we are just looking to pick the shot and put him out. Boom. Again. Another knockdown. Still not enough to put him away with Zombie. Throwing big. See, but that's where you got to be careful. When you throw those big shots, you leave yourself wide open and you can just get clipped. Especially if they throw a head kick or another counter big shot to your big shot. It can just be fight over. But again, another shot. But we don't want to mess around with the ground game right there. We don't want to get flipped over. Check this out. Boom. It's all over. He goes for the clinch. And we shut the lights off right there with that hook over the top. And as his head bounces off the canvas like a basketball, we're going to take one final look at that replay. Boom. Earth shattering. Boom. It's all over for Ortega. Who you trying to clinch? Boy! His chin's done. His head literally bounces off the canvas. And we go ahead and get the title belt right there, guys. The winner of this fight in real life actually does get a title shot, so they could eventually win the belt. But that is the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Also, follow me on Twitter. All praises to the Most High. Till next time, this has been MMA Game. Peace.